Hey, check it out, right? West Coast niggas are sensitive, bro. West Coast cats are sensitive. Care what nobody say, bro. West Coast cats are sensitive. I've been hearing it too much, man. You feel me? I know I've been like kind of speaking on it a little bit, but let me hit y'all with the introduction though, bro. Gravitation. Cannabis gotta be from up north or it's from Jamaica. No confirmation, then it's no participation. Never see it in rotation in my conversation. No need for confrontation. This my observation. Gravitation with the observation. I'm not saying I'm right, I'm not saying I'm wrong, man. Welcome back to the channel. Just got done watching Culture United, you feel me, with Justin Hunt. Love watching that, bro. That's so therapeutic, you feel me? Especially if they talk about hip hop. Shout out to Mecca, because Mecca was the person that I really was like, oh, okay, I see where you're coming from, you feel me? Like, I really speaking as far as like on the East Coast side. You know, don't attack me in the comments or gas me, because a lot of New Yorkers, well, not a lot of, but I've been seeing some. I've been seeing some that, bro, we ain't East Coast, we New York. Okay. Okay. You know what that remind me of? Like Jay-Z when O.J. Simpson said, hey, I ain't white, I ain't black, I'm O.J. Jay-Z said, okay. Yeah, we all, if you know what that okay mean, like, okay, yeah. Got your ass gassed up. You really think that, yeah. But anyways, man, West Coast cats is sensitive, right? Man, y'all can't take a shot. Y'all can't. No. We most definitely can take a shot, bro. It's cool. We're not tripping like that, bro. We know it's hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Let's start this off, bro. Like, bro. And this might be my last video on it. I always say this gonna be my last, but you know, hey, when I'm off the graph, you feel me? My head I gotta get it out of me. What Mozzie say, it be oozing. I just gotta get this. When I put the pen to the pad, I gotta get it out of me. Let me just say this, bro. And I think I've expressed this before. It's not so much that West Coast is sensitive. And of course, I'm from here, so you're gonna be like, you're biased. Show me where on the West Coast, right? Any West Coast rapper. Any West Coast, and mind you, when I'm saying the West Coast, I'm including the whole West, because I know some people like to be technical. Oh, everything on the coast. So I'm like from Seattle, from the 5 freeway all the way down to San Diego, to Imperial, down to Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know some people want to look at it like that. Oh, where's a rapper from Portland, or a rapper from Seattle, a rapper from, you know. I'm talking about the West. Y'all know what I mean when I'm talking about the West. Arizona, you feel me? Vegas, you know, I'm still Utah. I'm including them as well in this conversation. Denver, all of that. Show me where a rapper or anybody has ever just came out and said that, whether it's the South or the East, it don't matter, bro. The South or the East, like, oh, it's like, bro, we ain't rocking with that, or we just not messing with they movement. You know what I'm saying? When I look at it like this, bro, West Coast is like how black people are in general. Excuse me. We're accepting everything. We very much accept it. We not tripping. We not tripping on none of that, bro. We not tripping. But one thing I can say about the East, and no disrespect, it's just the truth. You feel me? I'm stating fact. It's just the truth. And mind you, like I can't think of anything. So if you have something, let me know in the comments below as far as West Coast people, you know, gassing on the East or the South. But check this out. Tim Dog, if I'm not mistaken, I think when I was Tim Dog in 1991, I believe, right? From 92, one of them, 1990, 91. Fuck Compton. Damn, where'd that come from? Like, fuck, and back then, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Because it's rest in peace, Tim Dog, bro. You feel me? No hard, like I get it now. It was a shock. It was a shock jock statement, because obviously NWA and we was moved, like we stepped through the door. We came in and like, oh, that's what. Mind you, because we fans of the cult, we fans. But we stepped through the door. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we see what y'all doing. Oh, y'all telling y'all story. Okay, let's tell our story. We're going to tell our story over here, right? Okay. Saying what Joey Badass did with the too much West Coast dick licking, like, that's how I look at Tim Dog situation of fuck Compton. Real talk. That's how I take it. Because it just came out of nowhere. Because before that, if I'm not mistaken, unless y'all can let me know something, from NWA, from Ice-T, well, the reason why I say Ice-T, because even though, like, you know, he was at that time, you feel me, Big West, Too Short, Debate, E40, or whoever. No, I don't, nobody made a song where he didn't just say, I could see if he said, fuck the NWA. You know what I'm saying? I could see if he just said, fuck the NWA. Okay, that's cool. But the nigga said Compton. Now, mind you, right? We all know during that time, the only people, well, Compton most wanted. See, that's what I'm saying back then. If MCA and them want to jump out there and get on him, if DJ Quick, well, I think, did DJ Quick make a song? I think DJ Quick, I don't know. But I'm just saying, you see, you got all these rappers from Compton, right? Back then, if they wanted to attack, they could have. You know what I'm saying? If they wanted to, they could have. Because you said Compton. That means you leaving the doors open for, you know what I'm saying? But we all know you was talking about NWA because when you watch the video, that's the parody, you feel me? You mocking them. Show me where West Coast, nobody on the West did that. So that's why it's like, it's confusing. Like, damn, where'd that come from? Okay, fast forward, we not tripping. 1995, Source Awards. Please excuse me. I should have probably did my timeline right. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'll be off the hip with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on that. I should have just wrote this down, but I'm off the hip with it because I'm thinking this as I go. But 1995, in between, I don't know if it was, yeah, I think it was that same year because Dog Food had just dropped, which is a classic album by Corrupt and Dash. Oh my God, y'all know my favorite song on there. She got some. Ooh, you got the bomb. You got that. I'm gonna be quiet, you feel me? For my other half, she finna cuss me out in the comments. But anyways, my fault, bro. Let me get back to what I was saying, bro. New York. When New York video shoot took place, right? Who gets on the phone? Dog Pound goes to New York. And from my understanding, I think they was in Times Square, if I'm not mistaken. Please excuse me, but who gets on the radio interview or who's on the phone? And I'm not trying to start. I'm just saying, I'm speaking on stuff that's documented. So please excuse me. I'm not trying to, you feel me? And rest in peace to the king. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to B.I. But he get on the phone and say, out of nowhere, hey, bro, y'all got Dog Pound out here shooting a video with the low riders. Y'all gonna let them do that? Woo wop, woo wop. And what they do? We know what they did, you feel me? Fireworks. Once again, I had them confused, like, whoa, where that shit come from? Damn, bro, we trying to show love, like, you know what I'm saying? That's why when you, New York is not a diss song. It's paying hot, like, they shout out to New York, you feel me? That's not this, and I don't know if the chorus might throw them off. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't think in the city of dreams that I what it's saying. You might get, if you come from out of town, and too much, say, too much. You got to listen to the chorus, I'm sorry. But they paying homage. So that's why they, like Snoop said, bro, if the trailer didn't get no fireworks, you feel me? If it wasn't no fireworks surrounded by the trailer, right? They wouldn't have kicked over the buildings. That wasn't the initial treatment of the video. So that threw people off. Like, once again, what happened? Now, I don't know, was it the Source Awards before? Because I was about to say, now you got the Source Awards situation. I don't know if this took place before or after, but the Source Awards situation takes place. And it don't matter if that took place before or after. It still wasn't nothing in between for they to be hating on the West. Like, it don't matter where it took place. But anyways, but the Source Awards that happened, 1995. The East Coast ain't got no for death row. For Dr. Dre and Snoop, all in the videos. Now, I take that back. Yeah, I think about it as I'm talking. I kind of take that back. I could kind of see. I gotta look. I could kind of see after Suge said what he said about Puff. Then okay, even though they try to say that it was about Jermaine Dupri. Hey, but I'm saying if y'all want to take it, if y'all want to use that, I'll give y'all that. If y'all want to use that, I'll give y'all that. But once again, that was a personal situation. Suge didn't diss the whole New York. He's going at one individual. Whoever that individual is to this day that we don't know, but I think we know who it is. But, you know what I'm saying? It ain't like he got at the whole entire city. Suge did his thing on that, right? East Coast, you feel me? As you watch the Defiant ones, right? Shout out to Jimmy Iovine, Dr. Dre, Eminem. I love how they broke down this story. And even go ahead tomorrow. Okay, yeah. And even who was I talking about? Puff Daddy. All of them just breaking down the whole story, saying that at the time the barrels was tripping on each other, right? Raekwon and them, you feel me? You got the Wu-Tang, you got cats from different, you know what I'm saying, Staten Island, Manhattan, Bronx, you know, you got cats that was tripping. But when that situation happened, which is, I love it though, I ain't gonna, when Suge said what he said, it turned to the, like, what the fuck is these West Coast niggas? Like, it turned all attention on them. Like, you feel me? Like, that's what I like about it, because, you feel me, we coming in there, you know, West Coast, Bloods, Crips, whatever, they got to the point they not tripping. We like, man, we ain't dealing off that Cali. We on our barrel situation. But after Suge said what he said, and Snoop, they like, nah, fuck, wait, time out, bro. Like, they click. That's just dope to me. I like that. I like the unity. I don't care if it was against the still West, but I just like that. Anyways, bro, once again, that's another situation that happened. Us not being played on the radio. That's why you had Ice Cube choking the Statue of Liberty. Because it's like, damn, how we got the number one, Bow Down was the number one song during that time, and it got no airplay, no radio airplay in New York. In New York. So it's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's always been, let me just say this, bro. It's always, it always been, even if it's a personal situation, it seems like it's always, you include the whole state. Like, I think the West Coast don't do that. If we got a problem with you, bro, we got a problem with you. You feel me? If we got a problem with Nelly, we not finna say, nigga, forget the whole St. Louis, or nigga, F the Lou. Like, you get what I'm saying? Now, I think if it gets to that point, of course. Yeah, when it gets to that point. Yeah, of course. But initially, whoever I got a problem with, I got a problem with. If I got a problem with somebody if I have a problem with a certain camp, of course. You know what I'm saying? If I have a problem with in a certain camp, yeah. But I think that's where it gets tricky at. Cause I don't really believe that, like, New York just like, oh, just hate the West. No, I don't believe that. I don't. But it's somewhere in there where it's kind of some type of, we ain't special ed. And then we got special ed went on Drink Champs, and whether he's telling the truth or not, you know what I'm saying? Because that's his own discretion and that's his own opinion. I remember, like, you feel me? I felt offended, but I'm like, you know what? Hey, that's his opinion, and if that's how you feel, this is the Mecca. Because we feel the same way too about, you know, some of the gangbanging situations that take place outside of California, how their rules and regulations are. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know that's a negative thing, but what I'm saying is, like, not so much something productive. Let me not say negative, but something productive. I can get where special ed coming from, but he went on Drink Champs and said that, man, he felt like when NWA, he said, which threw me off though too. I think he was just New York biased, but he said when they did Quick Time for Slime, they said special ed. They asked him Wu-Tang or NWA. That's what they asked special ed, Nori and DJ EFN, and he said Wu-Tang for the kids. I rock with these brothers, but when NWA came in the game, they was very detrimental in the black community. And at the time we wasn't, you feel me? You had PE, you had, other cats out like KRS-One, the teacher, they was like preaching, they was on a different level. You know what I'm saying? And they wasn't preaching what, NWA. NW came in there and just, self-destruct, like I'm like causing ruckus. And I'm like, you know what? At first I was mad because I'm like, bro, y'all was doing the same thing in New York. Y'all, what NWA is talking about, bro, y'all doing the same thing out there. It's just different. Cube said it in 2006. Every hood's the same. It's just ran a little different, but everything is the same. What y'all doing out, we're not doing nothing new. We just run it a little different. You know what I'm saying? We just run it a little different. But like I said, I understood because now thinking about gangbanging when it first came, when it went out there in New York, and I was watching documentaries, especially like Gangland, I'm like, bro, we don't get down. What is stacking and what is all like? What is y'all doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't that deep. Anyways, though, like I was saying, bro, with the whole West Coast cats are sensitive, I don't think it's West Coast cats are sensitive. I just feel you take the shot, bro. We'll take a shot back. And that's what everybody did, bro. I like the analogy that Curtis King used as well, too, when he said, bro, everybody congratulating Joey, right? And it's weird because Joey, you started it. And salute to Joey. You feel me? But I like he said, bro, if you walk up to a beehive and you fire on the beehive and these bees start coming at you and start attacking you and you end up winning, what are we congratulating you for, bro? You started it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, yeah. Like, it would be like, nigga, go sit your crazy ass down, bro. You almost got killed. You know what I'm saying? So, it's one of those, bro. Like, it ain't like, you know what I'm saying? It was one of those situations, but the reason why I broke this down because it's always, like, from the New York perspective, and this is just my opinion, the timeline of it. It's always shots being thrown coming from that side. I'm not saying West Coast don't take shots, and I'm not saying it, but I'm saying nothing is memorable, or I can't really even think of something that just stood out where it's like, damn, where did that come from? Like out of nowhere. Even Corrupt's calling out name, right? He had a problem with DMX, and even calling out names, he called out certain individuals. You know what I'm saying? But he never disrespect New York as a whole. As a whole. Kendrick Lamar, I'm the king of New York. Like I said, I see why y'all felt offended. Like, oh yeah, gas. Like nobody never said, oh y'all jumping Kendrick Lamar. Like, yeah, gas. I can see y'all jump Papoose, Joey, all that. Yeah, I can see that. You spoke about it. We not saying, oh y'all sensitive. Because we could have said that like, bro, he's paying homage to Corrupt. If y'all did your homework, y'all know what he's talking about. He's paying homage to Corrupt. Corrupt said that on New York, New York. That's who he's paying homage to. We could say the same thing, but no, we didn't, bro. Dot said what he's... Another narrative too, bro. Nobody jumped out there and defended Dot. Respectfully, let's just keep it like that. And people that still making songs, nobody jumped out there and defended Dot, bro. Like I said, you mentioned the whole entire state. But I'm gravitating with the observation. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong, man. I just had to speak on the whole Culture United, man. I love that was just my recap because they was asking, who's hated, the most. And salute to them brothers, man. You feel me? Salute. But y'all let me know in the comments below how y'all feel about the situation, man. Why are these West Coast sensitive, bro? But Gravity.